Hello and welcome, Gym Rocks, to Royal Oasis Spa for You Educational Tidbits. My name is Zenobia, licensed esthetician to those who are new to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. Please view all of my other educational videos to learn more about Royal Oasis Spa for You. And don't forget to click that subscribe and notification button to be the first to receive notifications when new educational tidbit videos are uploaded. We want you to stay up to date. We want you to stay connected with the latest content from your favorite creator, moi, Zenobia. I share my business with my husband, Corey, who's also a licensed esthetician and caters to the male clientele. Now, Corey specializes in the beard treatments, beard maintenance, and those males who are struggling with growing their mane. Now, you can ask Corey about Nobleman Beard Balm and Beard Oil by Get Juice Company. Now, if you want to keep in touch and know what's happening in our world, engage with us in conversations, listen to our podcast, or just for entertainment, do a soft subscribe and follow me on all of my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Royal Oasis Spa, and you can now find Royal Oasis on Yelp. So if you're seeking more of a focal point of my business and want to learn about my services and treatments that we provide, feel free to tour my website at royaloasisspa-gjc.com. Now, if you are one of those who loves to receive monthly facial treatments, or you just like for your skin to stay fit, and you've been wondering what is all of the buzz about with high frequency facials, and you want to learn more about this flexible treatment, then come on and get in here. Pull up a chair because we have lots to talk about, honey. And for those who think one hardcore gym session will do the job, no, honey, multiple trips. I'm not talking about your body, I'm talking about your skin. So first, I want to convey to you what is high frequency. That's what we're going to talk about today. What is high frequency? How does it work? What are the benefits to receiving a high frequency facial? That is why we are here today to talk about this non-invasive therapy called high frequency. So I want you to get your notepads, get your pencils out, because I want y'all to take some good notes today. I will be doing a demo in this educational tidbit today, so I want you to try to watch the video all the way through to get to the full benefit of this educational tidbit. All right, you ready? Let's go. Now, high frequency is a popular skincare body technique that uses a high frequency electrical current to stimulate the skin's natural healing process, increasing oxygen to the skin. The treatment is used to treat a variety of skin conditions like acne management, enlarged pores, fine lines and wrinkles, puffy and dark eyes. Also, the treatment can help with reducing inflammation, killing bacteria, and regenerating collagen, resulting in smoother, healthier looking skin. So, before we get into the depth of this educational tidbit, I have to give a brief lesson on the founder of high frequency, because we have to give credit, we have to give honor to those who invented and developed this great skin tool. So the first high frequency appliance was developed in the late 1800s by the renowned scientist Nikola Tesla. And if I didn't say the name right, I apologize. And he was referred to as the violet ray. So before the modern antibiotics, high frequency was largely used for medical purposes, such as in treatment of strep throat and other infections to expedite the healing of wounds. So this technology and the car manufacturer Tesla have something in common. And what would that be? Right. Both owe their existence to the famed Serbian American inventor Nikola Tesla. So let's give a huge clap to Nikola Tesla for this great intervention. Yes, yes. Also, I learned that a French physician, I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try, laid the groundwork for the application of this invention in the cosmetic setting. So this facial magic wand is astounding, and we want to thank science for this versatile skin tool. High frequency is a facial treatment that I offer in my skincare packages. I believe high frequency is underrated. It's an underrated facial treatment. But yet, it's one of those that's best out there. It has been capturing a lot of attention lately. It's been popping up all over social media for its ability to bust down stubborn breakouts, and calm the complexion. Now, high frequency is a rejuvenating, therapeutic, and gentle approach to restoring skin's health. Now, I really want you to get your pens and your notepads up, because we're really going to dive into this deep. Because when I first learned about high frequency, our instructor didn't go over in depth about the gases, the neon and the argon gases. So the high frequency device has a special tempered glass electrode that houses either the gas or the argon gas. Now the neon gas is like the orangey red, like you see here, the orangey red, or the argon is like a blue, violet, purplish gas. So stay with me, because I really want to take my time explaining this and not to get ahead of myself, and then I'll lose track and I'll lose my flow. So you heard me say neon gas and argon gas. There are two different kind of high frequency electrodes. The light that treats various skin conditions. And so allow me to share how the high frequency wand works. Now, again, there are two different kinds of high frequency electrodes using a low level current of targeted thermal energy meaning heat producing, to create ozone that oxygenates the skin and increases circulation. So the oscillation also encourages lymphatic drainage and help disperse fluid buildup. So high frequency utilizes oscillation current, the movement back and forth, that's its primary action through a wand attached to a compact machine. So this is the wand here, and we'll go over the different electrodes in a little bit. But this is the compact wand here. So when I say ozone is when the device is working and you smell a very distinct metallic scent, or some people say it has the scent of a rainy day, but this is called ozone. So this means the device is working because the air around the tube becomes oxygenated. Oxygenated means it's being supplied or enriched with oxygen. Ordinary oxygen and the atmosphere consists of two oxygen atoms, the big O, the little two. Remember in science class? So ozone consists of three oxygen atoms, the big O, the little three. Now, ozone is what is created after a lightning storm, and you know how after it lightened, the thunderstorms, the lightning, and then you had that certain smell outside, like that distinct smell. That's what I'm talking about. So the ozone has antiseptic qualities, and these molecules have the power to kill bacteria and other microorganisms. Ozone is a strong oxidizer that creates free radicals. Now, oxidizer, how can I explain it? It's a chemical substance that oxidizes another substance. I really don't know how to explain that part to you, so that's the best that I can do. So some of you have facial steamers with ozone. Excuse me. And this is good because it has a antiseptic effect on the skin, which is beneficial for those with acne prone skin or any type of problematic skin. So oxygen, you might heard people say, high frequency is good, to put oxygen back into the skin. Oxygen gives the skin cells a boost, a good boost, and it works directly on the pores to eliminate bacteria by creating an antibacterial action and a natural, therming tissue warming, calming the skin, promote collagen production, and more. So the fantastic thing about this is there's no downtime. There's no specific benefits one can achieve depending on the inert gas used. So when we apply the gas electrode or apply the electrical current to the skin, which emits a mild current to the surface of the skin, it is passed through the neon and the argon, filled the argon filling tempered glass electrode. So it causes a glow. It causes this buzzing sound, prompting a reaction that produces like a violet ray, which is the argon gas, or a orangey red ray, which is the neon gas. So I want to pause here for a moment because I really want to do this educational lesson. I really want you to understand this whole thing about high frequency. And I want to give it to you the way I studied it. So let's travel back down memory lane to elementary school days for a moment and think about science class, or if you had taken a chemistry class. Now, I personally don't remember too much about science class because it wasn't my favorite subject at all. But what I do remember about science class and chemistry class is the periodic table of elements. Now, the argon and the neon gas, you remember, it was located on the right side of the periodic table with the other noble gases. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about that Ne, the big N and little e, and then the big A and the little r. Yeah, the two noble gases, neon and argon. So did you know that these two noble gases are used on your skin through a high frequency treatment to work against acne and skin discoloration? I would have never have guessed that, like, at all. If that's the case, I would have paid attention more in class. There it is. So we got to talk about it. We got to talk about, in these beautified treatments, neon is a noble gas and is known for its inertness, meaning it lacks the ability or the strength to move without much energy. So neon is mostly famous for, or known for, its use of lighting applications like neon signs, lasers, and television tubes. So even in the aerospace and aircraft industry, neon is used as a coolant for ultra sensitive infrared imaging and detection equipment. So, neon is found in the Earth's atmosphere and small quantities in the Earth's crust. See how we taking it back to science here? So when you see the neon in your high frequency wand, remember neon is well known for its bright, colorful lightning, like the neon sign, the advertising signs, and the fluorescent lights. Now, argon is the third most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere, and it can be found in the Earth's crust. So the most common gas in the atmosphere, besides nitrogen and oxygen, is argon. So argon is special because is used to mainly provide an inert atmosphere in high temperatures. So it's the go-to gas when an inert environment is needed. Argon is usually produced from liquid air as a byproduct of the production of nitrogen and oxygen. So argon is mostly used within the welding and casting industries. So depending on which glass, electrode you insert into your handheld device, it depends on which one, whether it's the neon or whether it's the argon, okay? Whether it's neon or argon, like if you do argon, it's the gas that is, it has a blue, violet, purplish color, whatever color, some say it's purple, some say it's like a blue violet. So that one is traditionally used for acne prone skin. I want you to write that down. The argon gas is traditionally known for acne prone skin. It targets acne causing bacteria. And I'm going to try to go slow because you might be writing this down. It targets oily skin and normal skin, okay? It quickens healing of existing acne. It calms and soothes inflammation and redness. It fades acne scars. It minimizes pore size, minimize pore sizes and reduces hyperpigmentation. It improves circulation. And it also improves product absorption during localized warming. High frequency is used as a blemish treatment. Also, you can use it on the scalp and the hair. Now, for the neon, that's the red orangey light. That's this one, like I have here. All right, that's the neon. So that treats the aging skin, building collagen, and you also can use neon in the scalp and in your hair. So it reduces wrinkle depth, it reduces cellulite, excuse me, it decreases puffiness, it fades dark under eye circles, it promotes cellular turnover, aids in nutrient absorption, improves circulation. It helps improve hair growth, helps with dry, sensitive skin or sun damaged skin. So, studies have shown that both argon and neon are just as effective regardless of the skincare concern. So both neon and argon gases cover all of our beauty concerns. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting. I hope I didn't lose you, when I started to talk about the science of it, because I really want you to understand it. I really want you to know, how much we use what's in the earth, how we use it today in our on our skin. So the high frequency electrode act as a safe conductor of the current. The power level, the output strength of the high frequency machine is measured by the oscillation rate, meaning it's measured in hertz. It's not measured or leveled by wattage. So it's so important to choose a portable high frequency facial machine that operates at a relatively low wattage level, anything less than 10 watts, and a high rate of oscillation like 100,000 hertz. This is optimal combination, and it is a signal of efficiency in operation and output. So when you are getting a high frequency facial, you get in between 60,000 to 200,000 hertz frequency alternating current. Now, that may sound a bit intimidating, but guess what? It's pain free. It's a safe treatment. So it's a safe treatment when it's done correctly by a trained professional. So now that y'all got the science, you got the chemistry lesson, and you didn't feel threatened by it in any way. I mean, when I was in science class, when they was talking about this stuff, I'm like, what? What? It's like a foreign language to me. And now, as I got older, I'm understanding this stuff. I wish I had the brain that I have now. I wish I had it back then. So, so now we're going to talk about the electrodes, these attachments that I was showing you. We're going to talk about the electrodes and their shapes. So again, get your pens and paper out and let's write this down. And if you know this stuff, this is just a good refresher because we need to be reminded. It's so much information to take in and try to remember when we're in the treatment room. So this is a good thing for us to do these educational tidbits. We have the comb electrode. Put these down because they're very fragile. We don't want to break them. We have the comb electrode. Now, the comb electrode is to stimulate the scalp circulation to encourage new hair growth. I use this myself. It does not produce a strong spark at all. It's low glow. It's a low glowing electrode. And before using this electrode, make sure that your client hair is combed well. It's not tangled. So make sure you detangle it before you use this electrode. It is not a real comb, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a real comb, and it's not a substitution for combing hair. Okay, this is to stimulate the scalp. Okay, for hair growth, and then we have the mushroom electrode. This is my favorite one. I like this one because it's for broad treatment areas, large treatment areas such as the forehead, the cheeks, the décolleté zone here, the arms and the legs. So you can use this on primarily, everywhere because it's for large areas. And then we have the spoon electrode. The spoon electrode is targeted for sensitive and small areas like, dark circles underneath your eyes or bags beneath your eyes, around your nose and lips. This is what that one is good for. And then we have the pointer electrode, or I call it the spot treatment electrode. And that's great for those who have cystic pimples, cystic acne. You definitely can use that. Or if you did an extraction, you want to zap that area where you did an extraction, so you can kill the bacteria. This is good for that. And you can look at these by the head of them. See that they have different shapes, different heads. Okay. The next one I do not have, but it's called the bar electrode. Now that one is it's just like a straight one. It's all-purpose bar electrode for body areas such as your legs and your back. And then you have the neck electrode. It's like you have the stem and then you have the U. It's like that. It looks like that. So that targets the neck area. So with high frequency, there are no infrared or ultraviolet rays in high frequency. I don't want you to think that at all. So again, now that we passed the science, we have identified the electrode attachments or the heads. Now let's dive into what to do before and after treatment. Now, this is what you should do before you start the high frequency treatment. One should always prep the skin by cleansing the skin to prepare for a high frequency facial properly. You want to start off with a clean, fresh foundation. This is an essential initial step in effectively using your high frequency wand. It's vital to eliminate dirt, oil, and makeup from your skin to ensure you receive optimal results. And I recommend a complete skin rejuvenation by using a gentle antibacterial cleanser based on your skin type. For example, if you have sensitive skin, you can use Dermalogica Ultra Calming Cleanser, or you can use Skin Script Green Tea Citrus Cleanser. I love them both. So after your cleansing and your exfoliation steps, I always use high frequency to the areas where I did a manual extraction, where where I did the manual extraction to kill the bacteria and calm the skin. You also going to use a high frequency over a product like a conductive gel, or over hyaluronic acid vitamin C serum, or even at the end of a treatment over a cream. So most people, and we all learned this, like we was taught this in aesthetic school. You can place a gauze between the serum or cream on the client's skin and the electrode. So it would be like that. Okay. So the gauze promote oxygen flow, but the oxygen is what really kills the bacteria. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was the oxygen that killed the bacteria. So sometimes I use a gauze, and sometimes I don't use a gauze. It's my choice and it's your choice as well. But it's recommended though because it creates oxygenation, yeah, and it slides over the skin easier, and it just glide like in a circular motion. Like when you do the circular motion, just glide easier over the entire, the entire face. So when you finish, you just remove the gauze. Now, when the high frequency wand is activated, it produces a buzzing sound. So I'm gonna pause right here because I'm gonna plug mine up so you can hear it for yourself. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna place the electrode in gently. Okay, and I have a little dial down here to turn it on. So when high frequency is activated, it produces a buzzing or a humming sound accompanied by a faint smell when you place it on the skin. And like I said earlier, it's due to the creation of a small amount of ozone gas during the electrical charge. Okay, so you hear that? Okay, now place that down here gently. So now we're going to get ready to do the demo. So let me show you, on my Z doll. Everybody say hi to Z. Z, say hi to everybody. She's still shy. I'm gonna take this girl to therapy. I don't know what's wrong with her. But before we get into the demo, let me go over a couple things before we, actually do the demo. I want you to inspect your electrode. Inspect your electrodes before you use them, okay? Look for cracks, look for scratches, okay? Because you want to make sure you do everything with caution, okay? Especially when it's with glass. Reasonable caution associated with the use of glass products. So always check your electrodes before placing them into your machine. Remember, the glass sharps must be disposed of in a proper container and not in the ordinary waste bin. If you crack it, if it breaks, okay, don't throw it in the regular trash. And please do not insert the electrode or remove the electrode when the device is turned on. Don't do that, okay? Remove and insert the electrodes with care, as glass products, as you know, are fragile. Be very careful with these. Don't use excessive force when you putting them in or taking them out. Don't snatch them out. Don't try to take your hand and jab them in, okay? So be careful because you do not want this glass to snap. Now, okay, here we go. Now we're going to get ready for the demo. So you take, now this is not the one I would normally use, but since I'm in the process of my grand opening, I have everything packed up, so I have to use something as a substitute. So take a piece of gauze and you place it over the client's face. Okay. Now we'll have her eyes covered up with some cotton rounds, but and then place the gauze over the face. Now you want to gently insert the electrode into the wand, like I did already. You would do that gently, and then you would turn on, you would turn it on by the dial, okay, on the wand until you feel like a slight tingling sensation. So let me turn it on again, in case you just tuning in. Okay, you don't need to crank it up too high, and then hear that. Okay, so you want to properly adjust the intensity of the wand, and this is, you see, I'm starting to smell it already. So this is pivotal for safety and effective usage. Now, always begin at the lowest intensity setting and gradually increase as it's needed. So when you are ready to perform a high frequency on your client, I would highly recommend, like they taught you in aesthetic school, to do a patch test on a small skin area to determine the client's comfort level. Okay, so once you have established the comfort level of your client, then you can place the electrode over the gauze and place your finger on the electrode to ground it. Okay, now normally I would have my gloves on, but I sweat a lot, so I'm not going to put the gloves on. So you will place the electrode over the gauze like this, and you will place your finger on the electrode to ground it. So when doing this, you are now taking the energy into your body. Okay. So once the finger is on the electrode to ground, okay, place the electrode on the client's skin, and then release, okay, or lift your finger. You got it? Okay, so when you have the electrode, put your finger on it, on the electrode to ground it, and then place it on your client's skin. Once it has made contact with your client's skin, you can lift your finger, release your finger off of it, and then you can start to, to work it. Okay. All right. So the electrode has now made contact with the client's skin, and you want to apply the wand in circular motion. Okay, like this, in a circular motion. You don't have to go fast. You can just go at a steady pace. And while you're going in a circular motion, right? And okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Um, you want to pay attention to the client's skin. You want to, and if the client's skin is getting red and irritated, you got to decrease the intensity by the dial. Decrease the intensity. So when you put it on the client's skin, and then when you're ready to lift it off the client's skin, you got to put your finger back on it to ground it again and then lift it off. Okay, so if you see your client's skin is getting irritated, decrease the intensity if any type of irritation occur, and consider, a slight increase if desired results are not evident in a few sessions. So remember, adjusting the intensity is crucial for optimal outcomes without harming the skin. Now, some people, and I do, some people may experience a metallic or salty taste in their mouth during the treatment, but that's due to the ozone produced by the machine, or factors like they're wearing, jewelry or dental implants or braces. It's temporary. It'll go away, and after the treatment, so nothing to worry about. You're not getting sick or anything. It just happens. So when you move the wand, okay, when you move the wand in a circular motion, it maximizes its effectiveness. So the technique evenly distributes electrical current and stimulates the skin. So you never want to press too hard or apply. You just want to apply, gentle gentle pressure for good contact. Okay, so move the wand, all over the face. If you have to move the wand over every area, of the face, and you want to spend at least 3 minutes, on each different area. Okay, the wand should constantly be moving at all times. Okay, so when it makes contact with the skin and you're in a circular motion, you should constantly be moving, moving. It should not be sitting on the client's skin at all. It should not. It should constantly be moving all all at one time. So again, concentrate on specific areas if targeting concerns like acne or wrinkles. Moving the wand in circles enhances the blood flow. It enhances the blood circulation, collagen production, product absorption. So you want to make sure you take your time, you get all the areas, the intensity is good, the client is comfortable. Keep checking in on your client, ask your client, are you okay? You feel good? And all of that, okay? So prior to, like I said, prior to removing the wand off your client's skin, make sure you ground it. Sometimes, we might forget that because we're in the zone, but when you have it on the client's skin, when you're ready to lift it off and place it somewhere else on the skin, put your finger back on the electrode and then lift the electrode up, and then go back to grounding it again, and then your body takes in the energy again. So after I finish the high frequency application, I tone the skin and I proceed to the next step. I like to apply like a soothing mask, like an organic aloe vera and manuka honey mask, and that's because I want to reduce any healing blemishes. I want to calm the skin. So I would advise to avoid any type of retinoids for 5 to 7 days before the treatment, and avoid any using of harsh exfoliants for at least 7 days prior. If you're doing this at home, avoid using the high frequency too long on a high setting. Don't do that. It's definitely not recommended to do that. Do not use the tool for more than 3 minutes in one area. Okay? If you have rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, avoid these areas if inflamed. Now, here are the contraindications. And let me pause for a minute. Let me pause. I forgot to say something. I just remembered. So, say for instance, you don't want to put the gauze over the client's face. You can wrap the gauze around the electrode. Okay, you can wrap it around the electrode. Okay, and you can go over the skin that way. Just wrap it around the electrode if you want to do that. You don't have to put it over the client's face. Another way. Just wrap it around and do your circular motion with wrapping the gauze around the electrode. Okay, that was in the forefront of my mind. I had to get that out. So contraindications. So please remember this. Please write it down, study it, do something. You got to remember this. So high frequency should not be used on clients with Couperose skin. Couperose is the French word for chronic inflammation skin disorder, rosacea. So Couperose skin presents very dry, red, and tight. Okay, you don't want to use this on those who have inflamed areas, or someone who has a pacemaker, metal implants, heart problems, high blood pressure, braces, epilepsy, pregnancy, body piercings from the waist up. So clients should be removing all of their jewelry prior to receiving a treatment. This is why client intake is very, very critical. And hopefully y'all, your clients are telling the truth, being honest on their intake form, because there are things that we cannot use on them. It's prohibited for them to or preventing them from getting that treatment. So make sure you always, even when they say no, ask again. Be firm and asking again. Are you sure? Because it's your license that's on the line. You're responsible for their health. As far as not giving them treatments that they're not allowed to have. So be firm in your intake. So now I gave you the before. Now here's the after. To maintain good results from your high frequency facial, there are a couple of things to do after the procedure. Use a skincare product that includes hyaluronic acid to help prolong the effects. Hyaluronic acid is very hydrating. It's something that we produce in our body, but as you know, what we buying is synthetic, but it's very hydrating, very good for the skin. It's about the safest serum that I think that's out there. Avoid exfoliating acids or scrubs because most high frequency facials can irritate the skin and exacerbate redness and discomfort. Please don't pick your skin. Do not pick your skin. My goodness, leave your skin alone. And there may be some mild redness after you get a high frequency facial, and this is normal. It's okay. So most people can tolerate it, but for a quick fix, you can use ice globes or you can use regular ice. Just wrap the ice up and, slide it up and down, rub it on your face, on your skin. So if you have an event that day and you got a facial done and now your skin is red, go get the ice globes, go get some ice to calm your skin down because I know you don't want to compromise your look if you have an event. The ice, and the reason why I say ice or the ice globes because the ice causes the blood vessels under the skin to constrict, which may help reduce the redness, swelling, and discomfort. Avoid sun exposure for a couple of days after the facial because your skin is very sensitive at this time. Your skin done been to the skin gym, it got beat up a little bit, it got worked on, had a little minor surgery going on. You just gotta, just lay back a little bit and just let your skin heal and let it what it needs to do naturally. Give it time to, settle down. Moisturize consistently for a couple of days after your facial since your skin, may be dry. Always wear SPF to avoid any type of UV exposure. Okay. Um, did y'all really get the part of the grounding? I hope you really understood the grounding part. So I want to go over that again because you got to beat that into your head, especially if you're new to doing facials, new to high frequency. Grounding is when you turn on the device. Okay, remember, and you apply your finger to the electrical wand. The electrode wand, and then apply the electrode to the skin and lift or release your finger off of the tempered glass electrode. And then prior to removing it from the client's skin, place your finger again back on the electrode again to ground it because your body's going to take in the energy, so you don't want to spark your client's skin. So remember, if you want to place the gauze over your client's face, put your finger on it to ground it, make contact with the skin, lift it up, circular motion all over. When you're ready to move to another area, shift to another area, ground it back with your finger, lift it up, go to another area, and then release it. Okay? Very good. Thank you for letting me repeat that again. So, what are the benefits of high frequency facial? It treats and prevents acne. It diminishes hyperpigmentation. It diminishes acne scarring. It reduces the amount of sebum production. Enlarged pores are shrunken. Reduce the appearance of puffy eyes. And you would use this electrode and go around the eyes, to help with that puffiness and dark circles, or they gradually fade. Minimize the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So you will have that high frequency. You will find that the high frequency works well and it helps those with acne by cleaning out the harmful bacteria which causes breakouts in the first place while treating and preventing the blemishes. There are so many people that are looking for that fountain of youth. So please let me know when you find it. But until we get there, high frequency comes pretty close to helping skin look and feel younger. Um, what is the difference between direct high frequency facial and indirect high frequency facial? Okay, so write this down. Direct high frequency disinfects the skin. Direct is used to treat oily skin, mild acne, or dry skin. And increases the skin temperature by providing a warming sensation. I cannot pronounce the word, but I'm going to try. It's called effluvation, EFFLUVATION. And then indirect high frequency effects and includes stimulating um, is suitable for the treatment of dry and dehydrated skin. um, to implement a tightening effect to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and improve the overall appearance of the skin. It's a lot of information I'm trying to remember here. So it has a relaxation effect. It heats the tissue, sebaceous secretion, blood, lymphatic flow. It has a lot of that's the difference. That's the difference between the indirect and the direct. Now for the post care, uh, post care is big. It plays a huge role not only in achieving optimal results, but it reduces the risk of side effects. So don't touch your face for the first few hours after your treatment. I know we love to do this. We be in the mirror, patting on our skin and everything. Just leave your face alone. Put your hands down. Go settle down somewhere. And this will prevent spreading of harmful bacteria and causing an infection. Again, avoid the sunlight. Direct and prolonged sun exposure increases heat and exacerbates post-treatment redness. Always wear sunscreen to protect your skin, from them UV rays. Avoid, now this is a big one. This is a big one. Avoid applying makeup for at least 8 hours so you can ensure the maximum benefit of revitalizing oxygen and antibacterial ozone in your skin. So try to leave the makeup alone for a little while and just go natural. It's okay. You're still beautiful either way. Now, avoid harsh scrubs and abrasive products or other facial treatments. Stay clear from direct heat, as I said before, for a few days. Avoid the saunas and those heat treatments. You don't want your skin become inflamed or irritated due to the heat and sweat. Staying hydrated will help prolong life of your high frequency facial. Avoid the AHAs and BHAs. Okay. Uh, Strong acids can be irritating after a high frequency facial, and make sure to avoid using those products with AHAs and BHAs for the first 24 hours. Avoid topical retinoids for at least 1 day. 1 day, and they can be irritated after a high frequency facial. So just again, give your skin some time, and remember, we're talking about the post care here. It takes a lot of TLC to achieve healthy skin. It's part of your skincare ritual, and you should include regular visits with your esthetician. So if you desire the best results, follow their skincare routine that they advise to you. And use the products that will complement the effects of high frequency treatments for long lasting results. Um, I think that's all I have to offer today. That is my time. So, I really thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot today. I know I learned a lot when I was studying this and really get into the depth of the neon and the argon gas. A lot of gems was given, so please apply these tidbits to your treatment room. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the button, the share button, click the like button, leave me a comment or what you thought of this video. Thank you all so much. Happy February. Happy Black History Month. God bless you all. Goodbye.